So I think we can all agree this so far has actually been a very good week for ADA. We actually have now printed 3 straight daily green candles. We haven't done that since the end of June. And frankly, it was all the way back in May that we last did that prior to here. But during this time, we're going back up. We're testing our trend line. We're testing our moving averages. We've gained significant ground versus BTC since last Friday. In fact, it's to the tune of about 15%, which is very exciting. And this is even taking place today, still a green day, up 2.5% over the last 12 hours. And this is despite BTC actually printing a negative day. Now, remember, this is all taking place while the market has still dealt with some uncertainty. We've still dealt with some dumping from the German government. They're almost out, which is a great sign for the market. But really, 12 hours from now is a very pivotal moment for the remainder of this week and frankly, the weeks following this. And this is why. In 12 hours, we have the next CPI report coming. Now, this is important, guys, because for those that missed Jerome Powell speaking to Congress yesterday, what he said was right now we don't have the data conducive for interest rate decreases. Now, the interesting thing about this is when he did say that in Congress, we actually had a very fast pump. We ran about $1,000 in terms of BTC in a very short period of time, retraced back down. But basically, it was more of the same. It's kind of what we expected to hear. You know, it typically echoes what we've heard from the FOMC meetings prior to that. Now, what is interesting here is this is another report that we actually are expected to come in better than expectations. Another cool period in terms of inflation. Last month was flat in terms of inflation. It's possible that this could, in fact, be the same way. In fact, this is what they're calling for right now. Now, I don't want to get us to get ahead of ourselves. I don't want to get overconfident in this regard. And right now, the market, the reason why we're basically not pumping over these last 24 hours, specifically BTC, but really just trying to get that next leg overall, is everybody's kind of watching and waiting. If we get a hot CPI report, it's not a good look, right? We're still kind of all over the board. It means that we're not even close to having interest rate decreases yet or anything like that. But if we come back flat, or if we come back as far a month of disinflation, that's where things start to get a little more interesting. That's where the market may in fact start to react more positively. This is kind of that final confirmation that we're waiting for, that things from an overall macro perspective are starting to get better. All right. We've been in this state of flux for a very long period of time. We've been talking about these things for 2 years. They haven't been great. They haven't really been getting much better, but at least if they start to flatten out and get close to the point where the Fed can actually make pivots and actually start decreasing interest rates and putting a little less pressure on middle and low income America, that's where crypto may in fact start to take off again. Now, this is not a guarantee. This is not financial advice, and people really need to pay attention to this. They need to pay attention to the PC report, CPU report. Anyways, I've been drinking, guys, but you guys get the picture. We have a very big day tomorrow. Sometimes it takes a few hours for the market to react to this news. Sometimes it's instant. You may see a sell-off. You may see a pump right away. Just be prepared and know that it'll take a little bit of time for this data to be digested unless it's really clear one direction or the other. So I appreciate you guys as always. I'd love to see if this can continue this movement for ADA, if we can keep pushing forward, if we can keep breaking through some of these resistances we're fighting, because guess what? We may start kind of pacing the market a little bit. So I appreciate you guys as always. Have a great day. Share your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.